Crash landing and first contact. The deafening roar of failing engines filled Commander Sarachen's ears as she fought to keep the colony ship Earthseeker from breaking apart on re-entry. Sweat beaded on her brow as she wrestled with unresponsive controls, the ship bucking wildly as it plummeted through the atmosphere of the uncharted world below. "Brace for impact," she shouted over the cacophony of blaring alarms. The rest of the bridge crew strapped themselves in, fear etched on their faces. This was supposed to be a routine scouting mission to find habitable worlds for Earth's burgeoning population. Instead, they were about to become the first humans to make an unplanned landing on an alien planet. With a bone-jarring crash, the Earthseeker slammed into the surface of the unknown world. For several long moments, silence reigned as dust and debris settled around the crippled vessel. Then, slowly, signs of life began to stir within. Sarah groaned, her head throbbing as she regained consciousness. She unclipped her harness with shaky hands and surveyed the damage. Sparks flew from shattered consoles, and the acrid smell of burning electronics filled the air. But miraculously, her crew seemed to have survived the crash relatively unscathed. "Status report," she croaked, helping her science officer, Dr. Raj Patel, to his feet. "Main powers offline," reported Chief Engineer Maya Rodriguez, already assessing the damage. "Life support's running on auxiliaries, but we won't last more than a few days without repairs." Sarah nodded grimly. What about the colonists? The Earthseeker carried a complement of 100 specially selected individuals, chosen for their skills and genetic diversity, kept in cryosleep for the long journey. Their survival was paramount. Dr. Patel checked the readouts on his tablet. "Cryopods are stable for now, but like everything else, they're on emergency power. We need to get them out soon." "Agreed," Sarah said. "Maya, focus on getting main power back online. Raj, start prepping the colonists for revival. I'll take a team to scout our surroundings and see what we're dealing with." As her crew sprang into action, Sarah gathered a small group of security personnel and made her way to the ship's airlock. The vessel's sensors had detected a breathable atmosphere before the crash, but they'd have to be cautious. Who knew what dangers lurked on this alien world? With a hiss of equalizing pressure, the airlock cycled open, and Sarah stepped onto the soil of a new planet. Her breath caught in her throat as she took in the alien landscape. Twin suns hung low on the horizon, bathing everything in a surreal orange glow. Rolling hills covered in vegetation of deep purple and blue stretched as far as the eye could see. In the distance, strange rock formations jutted from the ground like the bones of ancient giants. "It's beautiful," whispered Lieutenant James Wong, the team's xenobiologist. Sarah nodded in agreement, but kept her hand near her sidearm. Beauty could often hide danger, especially on an alien world. "Stay alert," she cautioned. "We need to secure a perimeter and find a water source." As they ventured further from the crash site, Sarah's mind raced with the enormity of their situation. They were stranded on an unknown planet, light years from Earth, with limited supplies and no way to call for help. The fate of the entire colony now rested on her shoulders. Suddenly, a rustling in the nearby foliage caught her attention. Sarah raised a hand, signaling the team to halt. "Did you hear that?" she whispered. Before anyone could respond, a figure burst from the underbrush. Sarah's jaw dropped as she found herself face to face with a being that was unmistakably alien, yet hauntingly beautiful. The creature stood nearly 7 feet tall, with iridescent skin that seemed to shimmer with every movement. Its large, almond-shaped eyes regarded the humans with a mixture of curiosity and apprehension. For a moment, neither side moved, each studying the other in stunned silence. Then, slowly, the alien raised a 6-fingered hand in what Sarah hoped was a gesture of peace. "Hello," Sarah said softly, mimicking the gesture. "We come in peace." The alien's head tilted, as if trying to decipher her words. Then, to Sarah's amazement, it spoke. The sounds were unlike any language she'd ever heard, a melodious blend of chirps and trills, but somehow she could understand the meaning. Welcome, sky-fallen ones, the aliens said. I am Zarek of the Luminary. We have long awaited your arrival. Sarah's mind reeled. They'd been expected. How was that possible? And how could she understand this alien language? As if sensing her confusion, Zarek gestured to a small device affixed to its throat. Our scholars have studied your transmissions for many cycles, it explained. This allows us to communicate. Sarah's tactical training kicked in, pushing aside her wonder for the moment. There are more of you, she asked. We've crashed on your world and need assistance. We have wounded and limited supplies. Zarek nodded, its iridescent skin pulsing with what Sarah interpreted as sympathy. Yes, we have monitored your descent. Our settlement lies beyond those hills. We will gladly offer aid to you and your people. Relief washed over Sarah, but caution kept her wary. That's very kind, she said carefully. But I must ask, why have you been waiting for us? How did you know we'd come? Zarek's expression turned sullen. That is a long and complex tale, sky-fallen one. But know this, your arrival heralds a new era for both our peoples. The prophecies speak of a union between the stars, and you may be the key to our survival, just as we may be the key to yours. Sarah exchanged glances with her team, seeing her own mix of hope and trepidation reflected in their eyes. They'd come seeking a new home for humanity, but it seemed they'd stumbled into something far greater and potentially more dangerous. I'm Commander Sarah Chen, she said, squaring her shoulders. On behalf of the people of Earth, we accept your offer of assistance and look forward to learning more about your people and this prophecy. Zarek's skin rippled with colors that Sarah somehow knew signified approval. Come, it said, gesturing towards the distant hills. There is much to discuss and time grows short. The awakening approaches and we must be prepared. As Sarah and her team followed their alien guide, she couldn't shake the feeling that they'd just taken the first steps on a journey that would change the course of human history forever. Whatever challenges lay ahead, she was determined to face them head-on for the sake of her crew, the colonists, and the future of both their species. Little did Sarah know that this was just the beginning of an adventure that would test the limits of human ingenuity, courage, and compassion. As they crested the first hill, the breathtaking alien city of the Luminary came into view, its crystalline spires reaching towards the twin suns. Sarah's heart raced with a mixture of excitement and trepidation. Whatever lay ahead, one thing was certain, nothing would ever be the same again. The quantum symbiosis. As Sarah and her team followed Zarek into the heart of the Luminary city, they were struck by the otherworldly beauty of their surroundings. Crystalline structures pulsed with bioluminescent energy, and strange, hovering vehicles zipped silently between towering spires that seemed to defy gravity. Welcome to Nexus Prime, Zarek announced, its skin shimmering with pride, the last bastion of our civilization. Dr. Raj Patel couldn't contain his scientific curiosity. Your technology is incredible. How do you power all of this? Zarek's expression turned somber. We harness the energy of quantum entanglement, but our knowledge is incomplete. This is why your arrival is so crucial. Before Sarah could inquire further, they were led into a vast chamber where a council of luminary elders awaited. The air crackled with an energy that made the hairs on the back of Sarah's neck stand up. Greetings, Terrans, the eldest luminary spoke, its voice resonating directly in their minds. We have foreseen this moment for millennia. You are the missing piece in the cosmic algorithm. Sarah stepped forward, her voice steady despite her racing heart. We're honored by your welcome, but I'm afraid we don't understand. What is this algorithm, and how can we possibly help a civilization as advanced as yours? The elder gestured, and a holographic display materialized in the center of the chamber. It showed a complex, multi-dimensional equation that seemed to shift and evolve as they watched. This is the quantum symbiosis, the elder explained. A union of consciousness and technology that will allow our species to transcend the limitations of our current existence. But to complete it, We need the unique neurological structure found only in human brains. Dr. Patel's eyes widened. Are you suggesting some kind of mind meld between our species? In a manner of speaking, yes, Zarek interjected, but it is far more complex. The symbiosis would create a shared consciousness, allowing us to tap into the fundamental forces of the universe itself. Sarah felt a chill run down her spine. The implications were staggering. And what happens to our individuality in this process? To our free will? The elder's expression was unreadable. That is the great unknown, Commander Chen. The prophecies speak of a transformation beyond our current understanding, but we believe it is the only way to save both our species from the coming storm. Storm? Lieutenant Wong asked, voicing the confusion they all felt. Zarek waved a hand, and the hologram shifted to show a roiling mass of dark energy approaching their galaxy. A cosmic anomaly that devours all in its path. It will reach us within a generation, and neither of our species can hope to survive it alone. Sarah's mind raced. They had come seeking a new home, only to find themselves thrust into a battle for the very survival of two civilizations. The weight of the decision before her was almost overwhelming. This is a lot to process, she said carefully. We'll need time to discuss this with our people to understand the full implications. The elder nodded. Of course, but time is a luxury we have precious little of. The window for the symbiosis is narrow, and the storm approaches. We must act soon, or all will be lost. As they left the chamber, Sarah's team buzzed with a mixture of excitement and apprehension. The possibilities were as thrilling as they were terrifying. Commander, Maya Rodriguez spoke up, her engineer's mind already racing with ideas. If we could harness even a fraction of this quantum technology, we might be able to repair the Earthseeker, maybe even find a way to contact Earth. Sarah nodded thoughtfully. Good thinking, Maya. But we need to tread carefully. There's still so much we don't understand about the Luminary and this symbiosis. As they made their way back to their crashed ship, Sarah couldn't shake the feeling that they were walking a razor's edge. The fate of humanity, and perhaps the entire galaxy, hung in the balance. Upon reaching the Earthseeker, they found the situation had deteriorated. Power fluctuations threatened the stability of the cryopods, and strange energy readings were emanating from the ship's experimental faster-than-light drive. It's like the crash triggered some kind of quantum resonance, Dr. Patel explained, poring over the readings. It's affecting our technology in ways I can't even begin to comprehend. Sarah made a decision. We need to wake the colonists. Whatever we decide about this symbiosis, they deserve a say in their fate. As the cryopods began the revival process, an alarm blared from the ship's sensors. Lieutenant Wong rushed to the console, his face pale. Commander, you need to see this. On the screen, a massive storm system was forming on the horizon, crackling with unnatural energy. Bolts of what looked like liquid lightning arced between roiling clouds. It's some kind of quantum weather phenomenon, Dr. Patel breathed, awe and terror mingling in his voice. The barrier between dimensions is growing thin. Sarah's comlink crackled to life, Zarek's urgent voice filling the bridge. Commander Chen, you must hurry. The awakening has begun ahead of schedule. If we do not complete the symbiosis soon, all will be lost. As the first of the colonists began to stir from their long slumber, Sarah realized that the time for careful deliberation was over. They would have to make a leap of faith into the unknown, risking everything on the promise of an alien prophecy and the hope of unlocking humanity's hidden potential. Prep everyone who's awake, she ordered, her voice steady despite the chaos unfolding around them. We're going to attempt the symbiosis. As her crew rushed to comply, Sarah gazed out at the alien world that had become their temporary home. The twin suns were setting, casting long shadows across the landscape. In the growing darkness, the bioluminescent city of the Luminary glowed like a beacon of hope. Whatever the outcome, Sarah knew that the next few hours would determine not just their fate, but the course of galactic history. Humanity had come seeking a new home among the stars. Instead, they found themselves on the brink of becoming something more, the key to unlocking the very secrets of the cosmos itself. With a deep breath, Sarah steeled herself for the challenges ahead. It was time to show the universe what humanity was truly capable of. The cosmic crucible. As the quantum storm raged outside, Commander Sarah Chen led her newly awakened colonists into the heart of Nexus Prime. The air crackled with otherworldly energy, and reality itself seemed to shimmer at the edges of their vision. "Welcome to the Nexus Spire," Zarek announced as they entered a massive crystalline structure at the city's center. "The focal point of our civilization, and soon, the birthplace of a new cosmic order." Dr. Patel's eyes widened as he took in the awe-inspiring technology surrounding them. "This is incredible. It's like the entire building is one giant quantum computer." "Your assessment is not far off," an elder luminary explained, gliding towards them. "But it is so much more. The spire is a conduit to the very fabric of reality itself." Sarah stepped forward, her voice steady despite the gravity of the situation. "We're ready to attempt the symbiosis. But I need to know, what exactly are we risking here?" The elder's multifaceted eyes seemed to peer into Sarah's very soul. "Everything, Commander. And nothing. The symbiosis will rewrite the fundamental laws of our existence. We may transcend to a higher plane of consciousness, or we may cease to exist entirely." A murmur of unease rippled through the human colonists. Sarah felt the weight of their fear, their hope, their trust in her leadership. She took a deep breath, steeling herself for what was to come. "All right," she said, "how do we begin?" The next few hours were a blur of frantic preparation. Human and luminary scientists worked side by side, melding technologies in ways never before imagined. Dr. Patel and Maya Rodriguez found themselves at the forefront, their human intuition and ingenuity complementing the luminaries' advanced knowledge in unexpected ways. As the quantum storm outside intensified, Zarek approached Sarah with a look of urgency. "Commander, there's something you need to see." They rushed to her observation deck high in the spire. Sarah's breath caught in her throat as she saw what lay beyond. The storm had torn a hole in the very fabric of space-time, revealing glimpses of other realities, other versions of their world. "The multiverse," Sarah whispered in awe. Zarek nodded grimly. "Yes, and it's collapsing. The storm is not just a threat to our world, but to all possible worlds. The symbiosis may be the only thing that can stabilize the cosmic tapestry." As if to underscore the point, a bolt of chrono-lightning struck nearby, momentarily shifting everything around them. Sarah saw flashes of alternate histories, worlds where the luminary never existed, where humanity had become a galactic empire, where Earth had been destroyed eons ago. "We're running out of time," Sarah realized. "We need to act now." They rushed back to the central chamber, where the combined human luminary science team had completed their preparations. At the center stood a device that defied description, part machine, part organic, pulsing with an energy that made Sarah's skin tingle. "The cosmic crucible," Zarek explained. "It will serve as a focal point for the symbiosis." Dr. Patel approached, his face a mix of excitement and trepidation. "Commander, we've integrated the quantum entanglement technology from the Earthseeker's FTL drive. It should amplify the effect across all participants." Sarah nodded, then turned to address the gathered humans and luminary. "I won't lie to you. We don't know exactly what's going to happen, but I believe this is our best chance, not just for survival, but for something greater. A chance to redefine what it means to be sentient beings in this universe." She took a deep breath, then stepped towards the crucible. "I'll go first." As Sarah placed her hands on the device, she felt a surge of energy unlike anything she'd ever experienced. Her consciousness expanded, connecting first with Zarek, then with every other being in the room. Human and luminary minds merged, sharing thoughts, memories, and emotions across the boundaries of species. But it didn't stop there. Sarah felt her awareness spreading further, encompassing the planet, then the star system, then beyond. She touched the minds of countless alien civilizations across the galaxy, each unique, yet all connected in this moment of cosmic synthesis. And still, her consciousness grew. She became aware of the very strings of the universe, the quantum foam of reality itself. She saw the multiverse in all its infinite glory and understood, for one transcendent moment, the true nature of existence. Then, something shifted. The cosmic crucible pulsed with newfound power, and Sarah felt a surge of collective will, human and luminary united, push back against the encroaching storm. Reality stabilized, the tears in space-time began to heal, and a new cosmic order asserted itself. When it was over, Sarah found herself back in her own body, yet forever changed. She looked around the room, seeing the same sense of awe and transformation reflected in the eyes of every being present. "Did it work?" someone asked, breaking the reverent silence. As if in answer, a holographic display sprang to life, showing the storm dissipating. The multiversal collapse halted. But that wasn't all. New data streamed in, revealing advancements in technology, medicine, and cosmic understanding that would have taken millennia to achieve otherwise. "It worked," Sarah breathed, a smile spreading across her face. "And it's only the beginning." Zayak approached, its iridescent skin glowing with newfound energy. "Commander Chen, no sister, we have done more than save our worlds. We have birthed a new cosmic paradigm." As the realization of what they'd achieved sank in, a cheer went up from humans and luminary alike. They had faced the ultimate crucible and emerged victorious, forever changed, but unquestionably stronger. In the days that followed, the effects of the symbiosis became clear. While individuals retained their unique identities, they now shared a collective consciousness that spanned the galaxy. Faster-than-light communication became instantaneous, and the secrets of the universe began to unfold before them. The Earthseeker, once a colonization ship, was reborn as an intergalactic embassy, carrying the message of the symbiosis to the far reaches of space. Humanity and the Luminary, once strangers, now stood as the guardians of a new cosmic order. As Sarah prepared to lead the first diplomatic mission to a distant alien world, she reflected on the incredible journey that had brought them to this point. They had come seeking a new home and found instead a new purpose. Architects of a unified cosmos, explorers of realities beyond imagination. The adventure, she realized with a thrill of excitement, was only just beginning. Echoes of eternity. As the newly christened Cosmic Concordance, the alliance between humanity and the Luminary, began to explore the vast frontiers of their transformed reality, they encountered wonders and challenges beyond their wildest dreams. Commander Sarah Chen, now known as the Nexus Prime among both species, found herself at the forefront of an unprecedented era of discovery and evolution. The Earthseeker, retrofitted with luminary quantum technology and human ingenuity, had become the Starwaver, a vessel capable of traversing not just space, but the very fabric of reality itself. As Sarah stood on the bridge, she marveled at how far they'd come in such a short time. "Nexus Prime," Dr. Patel's excited voice came over the ship's neural link. "You need to see this." Sarah's consciousness merged with the ship's sensors, and she gasped at the sight before them. A massive structure floated in the void between galaxies, a cosmic web of energy and matter that pulsed with an intelligence far beyond their own. "Is that alive?" Sarah wondered aloud. Zayak, now the luminary ambassador to the Cosmic Concordance, joined her on the bridge. "In a sense, yes. We believe this may be a remnant of the precursors, the beings who came before even the luminary." As they approached the colossal structure, strange symbols began to appear on the Starwaver's quantum displays. They shifted and changed, as if adapting to their observers' ability to comprehend them. "It's some kind of universal language," Dr. Petel explained, his mind racing with possibilities. "A Rosetta Stone for the cosmos." But as they delved deeper into the cosmic construct, they realized it was much more than that. It was a repository of knowledge from countless civilizations across multiple universes, a library of existence itself. Careful, Sarah cautioned as the crew's excitement grew. We don't know what kind of safeguards or traps might be in place. No sooner had she spoken than a surge of energy pulsed through the ship. For a moment, everything seemed to freeze. Then, reality itself began to fracture around them. "It's a temporal storm," Zarek shouted, his iridescent skin flashing warning colors. "The knowledge, it's too much for our current forms to process." Sarah felt her consciousness being pulled in 1,000 directions at once. She saw glimpses of possible futures, alternate pasts, and realities so alien she could barely comprehend them. The cosmic concordance, for all its advancement, was like a candle in the face of a supernova. In that moment of crisis, Sarah made a decision that would alter the course of their evolution once again. "Everyone, link your minds to the Starweaver's quantum core," she commanded. "We need to distribute the information load." As the crew complied, Sarah felt their collective consciousness expand exponentially. The ship itself became an extension of their shared mind, a living entity born of human determination and luminary technology. The temporal storm raged around them, but now they were able to navigate its currents. They absorbed the knowledge of the cosmic library, not as individuals, but as a unified being that transcended the boundaries of flesh and machine. When the storm finally subsided, the crew of the Starweaver found themselves forever changed. They had become something new, a hybrid of organic life, advanced technology, and pure cosmic energy. What are we?" Lieutenant Wang asked, his voice echoing with newfound power. Sarah looked at her hands, now shimmering with the same iridescence as Zarek's skin. "We are the next step," she realized. "The cosmic concordance has evolved into something greater." As they explored their new capabilities, they discovered they could manipulate the very laws of physics, create and destroy matter at will, and perceive multiple dimensions simultaneously. They had become, in essence, gods of their own cosmos. But with this great power came an even greater responsibility. As they delved deeper into the knowledge they had acquired, they uncovered a truth that shook them to their core. "The precursors," Zarek said, his voice filled with awe and terror. "They didn't disappear. They transcended, and now they're coming back." A message, encoded in the very quantum fluctuations of space-time, revealed itself to their enhanced senses. "To those who have reached this point, you stand at the precipice of a cosmic revolution. The cycle nears its end, and the omega point approaches. Will you join us in the final ascension, or will you choose to remain guardians of the lower realms? The choice, as always, is yours." The implications were staggering. The crew of the Starweaver realized that they now held the fate of countless civilizations across multiple universes in their hands. Their next decision would shape the very nature of existence itself. Sarah turned to her crew, seeing the weight of this cosmic responsibility reflected in their transfigured forms. "We started this journey looking for a new home," she said, her voice resonating across dimensions. "Now we find ourselves architects of reality itself. Whatever we choose together." As they stood on the brink of this ultimate decision, the crew of the Starweaver knew that their greatest adventure was just beginning. The boundaries between science and mysticism, between the physical and the metaphysical, had blurred beyond recognition. They were no longer merely human or luminary. They had become living embodiments of the universe's potential, poised to shape the destiny of all existence. And as the cosmic winds of change swirled around them, one thing became clear: the true nature of reality was far stranger, far more wonderful, and far more perilous than they had ever imagined. The stage was set for a confrontation that would determine the fate of not just their universe, but all possible universes. The echoes of eternity were calling, and the transformed cosmic concordance stood ready to answer. The multiversal nexus. As the newly ascended crew of the Starweaver grappled with their cosmic decision, reality itself seemed to hold its breath. Sarah, her consciousness now spanning multiple dimensions, sensed a shift in the fabric of existence. "Something's coming," she announced, her voice reverberating across space-time. Suddenly, the void before them erupted in a dazzling display of energy. A massive structure materialized, a colossal sphere composed of interlocking galaxies, pulsing with power beyond imagination. "The multiversal nexus," Zarek breathed, his iridescent form shimmering with awe. As they approached, they realized the nexus was not just a structure, but a living entity, the combined consciousness of countless civilizations that had made the choice to ascend. A voice, both singular and plural, echoed in their minds. "Welcome, children of the cosmos. You stand at the threshold of ultimate reality." The crew of the Starweaver found themselves drawn into the nexus, their enhanced senses overwhelmed by the sheer magnitude of knowledge and experience contained within. They saw the birth and death of universes, the rise and fall of civilizations beyond count, and the intricate dance of quantum probabilities that underpinned all of existence. But amidst this cosmic splendor, Sarah sensed a note of urgency. "There's more to this, isn't there?" she probed. "Why have you revealed yourselves now?" The nexus pulsed, and a new vision unfolded before them. They saw a looming threat, a void of anti-reality that consumed entire universes, growing ever larger as it fed. "The entropy wave," the nexus explained. "The ultimate negation of existence. It has devoured countless realities, and now it approaches the prime universe, the linchpin of the multiverse." Dr. Patel's mind raced with calculations. If the prime universe falls, all of existence will unravel, the nexus confirmed. "We have held it at bay, but our power wanes. We need new perspectives, new energies to bolster our defenses." Sarah turned to her crew, seeing the weight of this revelation in their transfigured eyes. "This is why we were called," she realized. "Our unique blend of human ingenuity, luminary wisdom, and cosmic power. We're the wild card in this multiversal game." But as they contemplated this awesome responsibility, a schism formed within the crew. Some, like Dr. Patel, argued for immediate ascension, to join the nexus and fight the entropy wave head-on. Others, led by Lieutenant Wong, believed they should return to their home universe as guardians, preparing lower civilizations for the coming storm. The debate raged across multiple planes of existence, each side presenting arguments that transcended conventional logic. The fate of all reality hung in the balance, and the pressure to choose wisely was immense. In the midst of this cosmic deliberation, Sarah had an epiphany. "Wait," she said, her voice cutting through the multidimensional discourse. "Who says we have to choose?" All attention turned to her as she continued. "We've transcended the limitations of our former selves. Who's to say we can't exist in multiple states simultaneously?" The idea sent ripples through the multiversal nexus. It was audacious, unprecedented, and exactly the kind of innovative thinking they needed. With a collective effort of will, the crew of the Starweaver began to split their consciousness. Part of them merged with the nexus, joining the cosmic defense against the entropy wave. Another aspect returned to their home universe, ready to guide and protect, and a third part remained independent, free to explore and intervene across the multiverse as needed. As this transformation took place, something unexpected happened. The very act of dividing their consciousness created a new form of energy, a quantum resonance that strengthened the barriers between universes. The nexus thrummed with excitement. "Extraordinary. Your hybrid nature has unlocked a new level of multiversal stability. Perhaps this is the key to finally defeating the entropy wave." Emboldened by this discovery, Sarah led her fragmented yet unified crew into action. They bolstered the Nexus's defenses, seeding lower universes with knowledge to accelerate their evolution, and launched daring expeditions into the very heart of the entropy wave. Along the way, they encountered wonders beyond imagination. Quantum angels that sang reality into existence, a civilization that existed purely as mathematical equations, a universe where thought and matter were interchangeable. Each discovery, each challenge overcome, added to their cosmic understanding and power. But the entropy wave was relentless. As they pushed it back in one reality, it would surge forward in another. The crew realized they needed something more, a fundamental shift in the nature of existence itself. In a moment of desperate inspiration, Sarah proposed a radical idea. What if we don't just defend against the entropy wave? What if we reshape it? Turn destruction into creation? The concept was mind-boggling, even for their ascended intellects. But as they pooled their knowledge and power, a plan began to take shape. Using their unique resonance, they would invert the entropy wave at the moment of contact, transforming its negating energy into a burst of pure creation. It was a cosmic gambit with no guarantee of success, but it was their best hope. As they prepared for this ultimate confrontation, Sarah addressed her crew one last time. "We've come further than any beings in the history of the multiverse. We've transcended species, transcended form, even transcended singular existence. But our greatest strength remains what we've always had: our unity, our diversity, our unyielding determination to forge our own destiny." With that, they launched themselves into the heart of the entropy wave. The collision of opposing cosmic forces was cataclysmic. Entire universes trembled as reality itself was rewritten at the most fundamental level. For an eternal moment, the fate of all existence hung in the balance. Then, slowly, a new form of reality began to coalesce. The entropy wave, inverted and reshaped by the crew's efforts, blossomed into a cascade of newborn universes. Possibility exploded outward in a cosmic renaissance unlike anything seen since the birth of the original multiverse. As the dust of creation settled, the crew of the Starweaver found themselves changed once again. They had become living nexus points, embodiments of the delicate balance between order and chaos, creation and destruction. The multiversal nexus, too, was transformed. No longer just a defensive bulwark, it now served as a cosmic incubator, nurturing fledgling realities and guiding the evolution of consciousness across infinite dimensions. Sarah, her awareness now spanning the totality of existence, smiled. Their journey had begun with a simple search for a new home. It had led them to the very pinnacle of cosmic evolution and beyond. But even as they reveled in their victory, she knew this was not an end, but a new beginning. The multiverse, reborn and reshaped, held infinite new frontiers to explore, new challenges to overcome, new wonders to discover. The greatest adventure of all, she realized, was just getting started. As the crew of the Starweaver set off into the vast, reborn multiverse, they carried with them the hopes, dreams, and infinite potential of all existence. They had become more than explorers, more than guardians. They were the architects of reality itself, embarking on an eternal journey of cosmic creation and discovery. The universe, in all its infinite variations, would never be the same aga.